What's up, guys? We're filming it raw and real on the phone. No camera today. At least not for this one. Coming to you from the van. No microphone, no fancy camera, no nothing. We're going to keep it short. Quick update. I have a lot of stuff in the works coming. I told a few people this face-to-face, and then clients obviously know because you guys are more in the know than the people on the Instagram, just because that's kind of how it goes. We're in more contact. But did lose 2 SD cards in the last month that had a ton of files. One of them had like literally just tons of great videos that I was like working on. And anybody who knows, like, especially when you're a little brokey like me, my MacBook doesn't have a lot of internal storage. Here's my phone. Yes, stuff can go to the cloud, but with how HD my videos are with the fancy camera, it takes forever to upload to the cloud. So sometimes it's easier, cut to the chase, to just keep on the SD card. And then to lose those 2 SD cards, not physically, but they did go down. They got scratches on them from a fucking phantom scratcher. So that's why the YouTube's been a little bit of a clusterfuck, just like videos of me yelling and stuff, because genuinely, like, that's all I had to upload. Was just like, I was like, well, what do I have to salvage and get the YouTube going? I was like, well, I have some little fun clips of me like yelling, getting hyped up off pre-workout and stuff, which is real. That's how I am when I'm not, or when I am on like 600 milligrams of caffeine and hyped up for a workout. But here's going to be the new van. I'm going to just keep it raw, keep it real, and just show it to you. It's going to be very quick. So as you come in, I'm going to step out, and then we will begin. So here I am on the back right of the van. You can see that it's got doors back here, which I'm not going to open right now, but I will show you why. There's storage, and then there's a bed in there. Coming around on the right side, you got double doors here, passenger door here, obviously. I guess I'll show you guys the front real quick before I forget. This is the front. I do have to take it to the DMV and get a plate on it. In Virginia, you do have front and back. This was a North Carolina van, so when I got it, it just had a rear plate, which is fine for the first 10 days. So once I open it, there's garbage from my cheat meal the other day. That's kind of gross. It's mostly wrappers because I ate it all. Here's the front. Big captain's chairs. They do swivel, so this is cool because you can just turn this around then and have a whole nother chair. It turns into like a living room back here in the back. This is like couch space here, which is pretty dope. And it is honestly big enough to be a bed. I did sleep on it the first night, because that bed, it's big, but you kind of, like, certain nights you want to be curled up because it's not long enough to stretch, which is fine because I do want to curl up some nights, but the other night my back was tight, so I laid here so that way I could have my legs outstretched, which felt good. I got a double burner here for cooking. It's connected to a propane system. Down here is a little bit ghetto, but is a propane tank. Works just fine, and I'm going to get some mount hooks to mount that. And then we do have a 5-gallon water jug, which I'll probably put 1 or 2 more of down there. And then those can hook up to the sink then. And then from this couch that I'm on, you can see there is a TV up there, which, oh yeah, the remote's over here. So I'm not going to turn that on right now, but then there is salt and pepper shakers there, magnetic. So that'll be cool. This is a motion detector light, I think, or I thought it was. Up here is extra storage. I have some gym equipment up here right now. And this is actually the cover for the front windows as well. So that way when you sleep somewhere, you can have some privacy, not have lights shining in, people looking in, all that kind of thing. And then when you put that up, you have pretty much full 360 privacy, at least from about up to 8 feet. Up here, above 8 feet, we do have these windows, but these are so high up that unless somebody's in like an 18-wheeler or like climbing on the roof of their car, there's no physical way they could see in here. So that's cool. We do have actual lights on the ceiling as well, which I'll show you from the back. But here's the back bed, which is pretty cool. And I don't want to speed through this area because there is a lot of storage in here. So I've got some kitchen stuff up here with a candle. And then some more kitchen stuff up there. This one's kind of empty for the moment. I haven't started filling it in yet. And then over here is a pantry space that I threw some stuff from the cheat meal in. I guess a random bottle of cologne that was rolling around. Hardwood floors, ton of storage under the bed, and that's why I didn't want to open the back doors, was just because honestly it's kind of a pain in the butt. And then that lock back there is like the least functioning lock on the van in terms of it's rusty and stuff. So every time I have to do it, I have to jangle with it. So I just don't really want to mess with it, to be honest. But they do open if you do need to open them. Up here we've got windows, which is pretty dope. We've got some little decor items. Got some little lamps, which are just touch sensitive. And then got some little decorations, which make it a little homey, which is nice. And then for the people wondering, oh, there is a fridge as well and a freezer, which is cool. Fridge and freezer. Close, motherfucker. And then over here is a nice little desk area where you can work off of, like when you're on the bed. And then on top of that, it does double as more storage. And then there is a massive blue LED inverter in there, and my entire switchboard for all my power. So that's cool. I can essentially hook my solar up to that eventually and then just be fully off-grid capable, which is wonderful. I believe there's more storage under this bench, but I don't know how to access it yet. And I don't really want to yank all those pillows off right now. So we're going to leave that be for the moment. And then coming up to the front, the cassette player is busted at the moment, but not busted catastrophically. It just needs like a minor fix that I think you can do with an air duster and like a Phillips head screwdriver. So I will mess with that this week or next, because there is this awesome cassette case that came with all these old school cassettes, which is really dope, and I'd like to be able to play those. And you can see, I'm going to come up to the front here. There's actually like really cool accents all around the van with these leather like alligator skin looking scales or whatever, which I think is just really unique, and it goes all the way through the entire van as well. So if I go back into the back, you can see we've got the alligator skin stuff back here as well on the back windows, all the way around the trimming. It goes up there, up into the corners of the back with that alligator skin. So pretty cool with that. Just gives it kind of, like I said, a unique feel to the van and everything. But plenty of room in here, I would say, to do what I need to do. Obviously, it's not massive, but it's definitely big enough for me. This chair does turn around. I just don't know how to turn it around at the moment. So I'll figure that out, watch a YouTube video, and then have that, because that's pretty cool where you can spin it then and then have a chair facing this way, an entire couch, and a chair there, or somewhere to sit there. So you could literally watch football with your buddies after the gym, which I do plan on doing. So pretty cool. That's my van. And yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.